What's good, YouTube? It's King Bob. Today I have a special video for you all. We're going to watch attacks from Fabulous, who's currently ranked number 4 in the world, and he finished 17th last season with 19,000 trophies. He is insane. The recording you see on screen, this is attack log from the last season, and out of 104 attacks, he got 99 6-stars and only 5 5-star attacks. Not a single fail. You never see this. He is one of the most consistent builder base players I have ever seen. Now let's watch his attacks and see him 6-star some of the strongest bases and players in the game. Jumping into the first replay, Fabulous is facing Mako, one of the top builder base players. He has a number 1 finish, amazing base designer, very good player, and we're going to watch him get 6-starred. So he's going in with all baby dragons and his battlecopter. He's starting off with the battlecopter down at the bottom because he's going for this air bomb. He wants to get this air bomb out of the way. It's going to absolutely destroy his baby dragons. So watch how he takes this down. Very nice maneuver here. So he starts off with a battlecopter and it's just picking off these outside buildings. I'm going to speed it up just a little bit so we can get this going. And then he goes in with his first baby dragon, immediately pops the ability and gets splash damage onto 5 defenses. He almost reaches the Mega Tesla, but 5 defenses already splashed out. The air bomb is taken out. The low arch tower is gone. Expo is going down too. And just really good base identification here. And this is just a nice attack. So he's being patient here, letting the battlecopter get its value before deploying the rest of his baby dragons. It's now going to move on to the crusher, and as it does that, he starts in with his next baby dragon, going in for this archer tower. And he's just being patient here. He's not spamming these baby dragons down. He's doing a nice surgical baby dragon attack because that works really well with him. So he pops that baby dragon ability, gets the Mega Tesla down, moves in another one, and now he's going in with the rest of his baby dragons. And already half of the base is gone. He's got 4 baby dragons and their abilities up. Battlecopter, he does lose a baby dragon right there, but he's just slowly moving through this base. He's being very patient with the abilities, only using them at the best times. So now we're going to see the next baby dragon go down and use this ability, and this base is done. He has his 2 baby dragons with abilities up, battlecopter, and his battlecopter stayed alive the entire attack. It got a ton of value. He managed to keep it alive, so if he wants, he can use it in the stage 2. He's at full health, and 2 baby dragons with abilities. That is plenty to get the 6-star for the stage 2. So now we see the stage 2 here, and it's got a bunch of firecrackers and definitely a bunch of Teslas as well. So not the easiest base to hit with baby dragons. So let's see what he does to take this one down. I'll speed it up just a bit here, and he starts off with the battlecopter once again. Because he was able to save it from that first attack, he managed to get it in the stage 2 full health, so it's just going to get just as much value as it did in the stage 1. And we're seeing the same thing. He's being very patient with his battlecopter. A Tesla pops up, so he's going to start off with his baby dragons now. First one goes down, it gets a nice ability off, but it dies, and he's going to send in the second one to finish off that Tesla and that firecracker. He gets some splash damage off this other firecracker. Battlecopter goes in, takes that down, Auto's outpost falls, and this base is just slowly falling. There's still a bunch of base left, but the way he places baby dragons, he was able to snipe out all of those air defenses. He's going for those first. There's no air defense on this left side of the base besides that archer from the guard post, so he's saving that section for last because he just doesn't have to worry about it. He doesn't need to deal with it because his attack is all air. And just like that, this base falls, no problem to mass baby dragons. We're going to see a bunch of different strategies from Fabulous. He can do every strategy in the game. Let's get into the next replay. Okay, next base, and Chan84. He's also a top player. He's got some high finishes, and last season he placed pretty high. I don't remember which place, but he was up there. So another good player. This will be a tough base, and we're going to see another baby dragon attack, but this time he's bringing in 2 cannon cards. He sees some good cannon card value, so let's watch what he does. I'm not going to lie, I have not seen this replay before, so let's see what he's doing. He sends in both cannon cards from the bottom, and my guess is he's going to go in for this arch tower, and once this arch tower goes down to these 2 cards, they should be able to take it out on their own. And once that goes down, you know, he can snipe out this air bomb. There's just a bunch of buildings of free value on the bottom of the base, so he's going to use these 2 cards to snipe out the arch tower. This is a pro move. You don't see a lot of players doing this. If you send in 2 cards like this and put them in mortar mode, they can beat the arch tower in that little 1v1 interaction and go on to take out more defenses on the base. So now he's going to be able to snipe out this air bomb. and just get really nice value. You see, when he does his baby dragon attacks, a lot of times he goes for the air bomb, tries to get it out as quick as possible, just so it doesn't give him any trouble. Now he's got his battlecopter working on the left, and check this out. It is being tanked. It's tanking the arch tower, so his cards are just going to be able to move in. This one specifically on the left side, it's going to be able to move in and help snipe out that arch tower and the roaster, so he can keep his battlecopter for alive as long as possible. The longer your battlecopter stays alive, the more damage it's able to deal on the base. So really good strategy there. And now he's bringing in these baby dragons as his troops are moving into the base. He's also running out of time, so he can't wait too long on these cards. And he gets some nice abilities off, splashes on the firecracker arch tower, and battlecopter is able to beat the Mega Tesla, and his battlecopter is still alive. He hasn't even deployed one of his baby dragons. He has a ton of troops left. On these baby dragon attacks, it's pretty uncommon to end the battle with a bunch of troops alive, but because he used these carts and kept the carts alive, he has plenty of troops for the stage 2. The stage 2 is going to be no problem. It should go down pretty easily here. So let's see what he's got going on in this stage 2. I have never seen this stage 2 before. It's got same defenses as we saw on Mako's base. There's 4 firecrackers and then like the Teslas, and that's the main thing he's got to worry about for those baby dragons. And then his cannon cards, he just needs to worry about this multi-mortar because of that long range. So he's going to switch for his last 2 army camps. It's looking like he's bringing in barbarians and hoggliders. We never see barbarians. Rarely any players use barbarians, but he's using them in combination with his cards to take down those guard post troops and to test for Teslas. By placing that barbarian there, he managed to get this Tesla pulled up so his cards can just snipe it out and he won't have any problem. He uses another barbarian down at the bottom to test for this Tesla, and he finds another Tesla. So really good use of barbarians. He sends in another one looking for that 3rd Tesla right by this firecracker and cannon. It doesn't pop up, and this cannon does lock onto his cannon cart, but he brought those hog gliders so he could use it, get the stun off, and keep those carts alive. He's just pushing through the space with his cannon carts, and already, I mean, it's basically destroyed. Almost all the defenses are down or will go down very soon, and he still has his battle machine he hasn't even deployed yet. This is pretty overkill. Very nice attack. So let's speed it up just a little bit, see what else happens. And he's going to send in his battle machine now up at the top, taking out that corner building, making sure he doesn't time fail and run out of time trying to take down that building. And this base is done. His battle machine is just going to move in. The cannon and multi-mortar are going to deal nowhere near enough damage to take it out. He also has that hog glider coming in. He still has that barbarian he places now, and this base is crushed. His battle machine, he could have swagged his battle machine on this attack. He didn't even need it. And Otto's outpost goes down, and that is yet again another 6-star. Let's watch some more attacks. Third replay, it's against Chan again, but he's using a new base. He got the 6-star on him, so he had to switch to a new base to try and throw Fabulous off, but it's not going to work. Spoiler alert, this is a 6-star. So on this one, he's going in with a mass cannon cart attack with some baby dragons and archers. This is the exact strategy I showed in my last video because it's just so good. You can use it on virtually any base here. So what he's doing, he's deploying all of his carts outside of the base, picking off a bunch of trash buildings before he can move in on those long range defenses. So at the top, this is really important here. He sees some good battlecopter value. His battlecopter can snipe out this arch tower and then move in, take out a few more buildings, and at the same time he's just working on these other arch towers. So he clears out the buildings in front of this one, sends in some archers to pick it off, and he's going to do something really similar with his arch tower on the left side. And he has these baby dragons for taking out this lava launcher because the lava launcher is so deep in the base he can't really pick it off with any other troops besides baby dragons. So he's sending in these baby dragons. Genius play right here. He takes out that archer tower with a baby dragon, splashes his ability on the lava launcher, and then gets this other one right here, uses his ability to take down the lava launcher. I would not have thought of that. I would have wasted the archer to pick off this left arch tower, but he had really good use of his baby dragons to get rid of the arch tower and the lava launcher, and just all those long range defenses are gone. I couldn't speak fast enough to explain what's going on. And this base is done. He's got all of his cards alive, and still an extra archer for the stage 2, so he can do whatever he wants with that. And yeah, this base is crushed. Very nice first stage. all of his cards stayed alive. He manages to avoid all the push traps and all that stuff. So now we're in on the stage 2. And on this one, only thing he needs to worry about is his multi-mortar. It's deep in the base, surrounded by a bunch of walls and defenses. So there's a lot of spots where Teslas could be. So he's got to be very careful with his cards on this second stage. He's going to start off with one on the left side, placing it in the corner to grab that building first. Same with at the bottom. When there's a bunch of corner buildings on bases and on the right side, you want to try and get them out if you can in the beginning of your attack, just to get them out of the way, because those can be so annoying when you're ending your attack trying to hit some corner building. So he's looking good here. He's got all the cards at the bottom, sniping off all these defenses. He knows his ranges. He's keeping them just out of range of this multi-mortar so they do not go down. He's managing to snipe out a few firecrackers as well. And there's the first Tesla. So that Tesla pops up, and he tries to save this car here. He sends in his battle machine to get rid of that Tesla quicker, and he does. Perfect timing. So he keeps that cannon car alive, and now he's using his baby dragons just like how he used it in the first stage to take out the lava launcher. He does the same thing to take out the multi-mortar, and then all of those long-range defenses are gone. This base is done. There's nothing left alive on this base that can take out all of his troops. So he has all of his cards still up. He sends in that archer. He manages to save that card on the left too, and that's another 6-star. Let's get into the next attack. Okay, replay number 4 against Zeus, and this base here that we're facing, really strong base against cannon cards. Really strong base against it. It can give you a lot of problems if you don't know what you're doing, but Fabulous is going to take it down no problem. I have this one shared on my Discord, which is in the description, because I used it for a while. It's a good base, but let's see how he takes it out. Now, normally on this base, this Expo is set to ground, which makes it hard to take out with cards, but Fabulous saw that it was set to air. So this whole entire left side is vulnerable to cards. There's no long range defenses, so that card on the left is just going to get massive value. And he sends his battlecopter up at the top to take down these 2 long range defenses, so his cards do not have any worry. And this lava launcher is down here, but he has the baby dragons to take it out. Once again, you're going to notice on all of these attacks, especially with the cannon cards, it's the same thing over and over. Use your baby dragons to take out some long range defense deep inside the base, which is normally the lava launcher, and that lava launcher goes down with the second baby dragon, and just like that, there's nothing left alive on this base that can stop this attack. His battlecopter moves in. It manages to grab the Mega Tesla as well before going down. Now, if this Expo was set to ground, this cannon card attack would not work. He would have to do a completely different strategy, or just use his cards a lot differently. And but yeah, that one was set to air, so he manages to find the weakness of the base with that. So now we're on to the stage 2. Now, I designed this stage 2, and if he has the same traps as me, all 3 Teslas are going to be over here. So let's see if those Teslas are there. They're not. So he moved the Teslas. So he sent in that Barbarian to try and find those Teslas, but no Teslas were there. So that means his cards might be in a little bit of trouble. He's got to find the rest of the Teslas, and he's going to use his Barbarians to do so. Let's see what happens. Barbarian in front of the card on the left, Barbarian down here, and there we go. He finds the Teslas exactly as planned with those Barbarians. Barbarians do not have a whole lot of use. You never see them used, but one really good use is testing for those Teslas. Now, another thing you could do if you don't want to use Barbarians to test for Teslas when you're doing these cannon card attacks is to use your archers, or use your leftover archers from the first stage to test for those Teslas, and basically the same way you use these Barbarians. But yeah, this base is just wrecked. He's sniping off that last Tesla. Only thing he needs to worry about is this multi-mortar. It's in a hard spot. It's right against the edge of the base, so he can't really use cards down here because this cannon is just going to snipe him with that range because of the because of the border. And he's just moving in. He's just being patient here, letting his cards take out all of these ground defenses before he sends in his battle machine. And now this double cannon's going down, so he sends in his battle machine, and it's just a cannon and multi-mortar shooting it. Very little DPS, and he still has hog gliders too to send in. He didn't need those. He didn't need his other his archers. He didn't need any of this. He probably could have used 1 or 2 less cards and still have gotten the 6-star. This base is just crushed. That is another 6-star for Fabulous. This is why he's number 4 in the world right now. He was telling me he's finding a lot of clouds, so he can't even push higher unless he wants to sit in clouds for hours. So that's another attack. Let's get into the next replay. 5th attack against High Roller. And this layout right here is pretty common, but he's got it modified. There's a few tweaks on it to like the regular version you see. So let's see how he takes it down. It's looking like he's going in with another cannon card attack, but this time, instead of using 2 baby dragons and 1 camp archers, he brings in 3 baby dragons. So let's see why he does it. He's definitely going to use those dragons to snipe off that centered lava launcher because it's just so hard to reach. So let's see what he does. The baby dragon abilities are going to be very important on this attack, and he's using his battlecopter. Really nice placement here. He's able to snipe the giant cannon and an archer tower, get the 2 long-range defenses down with that 1 battlecopter. Great value up there. And then after it takes down this arch tower, it's going to go ahead and get some more damage off on those other defenses. So first baby dragon goes in for the arch tower, and he's going to pop his ability any second now. There we go. And he weakens up that lava launcher. Second baby dragon is in, and he's going to use that ability in just a second and finishes off the lava launcher just like that. A Tesla does pop up over here, but he saves his cart by sending in that baby dragon. He will lose this baby dragon. Oh, never mind. That ability finishes off the Mega Tesla. So that baby dragon manages to still stay alive, and this base is wrecked. He's got all of his cards up. He's keeping this 1 cannon card here. He's not moving it in because if he finds any like mines, this card's gonna die. So he has plenty of time. He doesn't need to move that card or anything. He's just letting it sit there to make sure it stays alive. And just like that, he's doing it also with this one. He's keeping the low health cards paused in mortar mode, sending in his highest health card in case there's those ground traps, because he wants to keep them all alive for the second stage, so it can be a nice overkill attack. And we're into the stage 2 now. Let's see what he's going to do. So he's bringing barbarians once again and some hog gliders. Now, he must have attacked this base already or just knows the traps because he knew there was a Tesla in the corner, or he was just testing for the Tesla in the corner with the barbarians. But he takes it out, no problem, and he's sending in these carts all along the top and the left side of the base, clearing out these guard post troops. Guard post troops can be pretty annoying for your cannon cards. If both of the guard post troops lock onto your cart at the same time, they're going to take down your cart. So he's making sure to take those out so he can keep all those carts alive. And he's moving in here. He's going to be able to snipe out this cannon. This cannon's going down, clearing out all those ground defenses yet again for his battle machine, so his battle machine can just get a ton of value and sweep through the rest of the base. I'm going to fast forward it a bit here to speed things up. And now he sends in his battle machine with those hog gliders, taking out that last cannon. He doesn't even need these hog gliders. All of his attacks are just absolute overkill, but he always brings those hog gliders just as like a backup safety net. You know, if Teslas pop up or something, he can just send in a hog glider on them to just stun that defense, taking advantage of their stuns, but he doesn't even need them. That is another 6-star. Let's watch another attack. Okay, final attack of the video, and it's against Chan once again, but he's using a different strategy of coming at this base. This base, it looks similar to the other replay against it, but this one's different. So he's going to come at this base a different way, different approach. So let's see what he does. He's doing the 2 cannon carts together once again to go for this archer tower and take it out. He barely placed that cart on the edge of the archer tower range, but it doesn't matter. He knows his ranges. He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows what he can get away with and what he cannot. And he's just being patient here, waiting for those buildings to go down so that he can now move them in on that archer tower, take it out, and just be looking really good for this attack. Once that tower goes down, he can get the crusher, he can get the roaster. And now he's going in with his battlecopter down at the bottom of the base here. His battlecopter is going to be really hard to keep it alive because look at all of these air defenses down here at the bottom. His battlecopter is going to take a lot of damage So let's see how he deals with that. Being patient here, he manages to get the roaster down actually before it even locks on to his battlecopter. So really nice time in there. And now once the battlecopter is getting tanked by the Expo, he sends in his baby dragons and immediately pops the first ability, weaken up air bomb, mega Tesla, and sends in the next one, takes it out. And by doing that, he just rushed his base, sent in those baby dragons, overwhelmed all the defenses because they were really clumped up with those baby dragon abilities, and he kept his battlecopter alive once again. It's basically at full health here. It's going to charge up its ability and get it basically back up to full health. Really nice attack here once again. And there's the 3-star for the first stage. Let's see what he does for the second one. So stage 2 now. It's the same. This looks like the same stage 2 as before. It's just rotated. It's placed at the bottom instead of the top. So let's see here. He probably has some. He might have some traps moving around too. This is what happens at the top of the leaderboards when you face the same opponent over and over again. They'll switch up their base or switch up the rotation, maybe change some new traps just to try and throw their attacker off. So he's going in. He uses the test barbarian, finds this Tesla, uses a barbarian on the left side and one at the top. Basically barbarians all around the base, and he's gonna find his second Tesla now, and he's gonna finish off those guard post troops. So he only has to worry about one more Tesla, I think. And there we go. He finds the second Tesla with those barbarians. I'm gonna have to try this myself. I haven't really used barbarians too much, and I definitely haven't used them with cannon carts to test for those Teslas, but it's working out very nicely here for Fabulicious. So he snipes those Teslas, moving in these carts, being very patient with them. And remember, he still has his battle machine, he still has a baby dragon, and even that last barbarian to do so as he pleases. So let's see, battle machine goes in now, and it's taking the cannon, taking the archer tower, but those are not going to deal enough damage to take it out. So he moves in his carts. His battle machine is about to hit his ability, and his base is wrecked. Auto's outpost goes down, Zappies go down. That's another 6-star. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you are new. I'll see you in the next one.